Okay, so what I've done to go from one yarn to the other is I've done alternate stitches. I thought I left enough for like 2 rows. It turns out I left enough for about 5.5 rows. So I can leave a little bit more yarn in my little yarn ball, because doing this is just annoying. It looks cool, but it's annoying. Well, good morning. This is December the 2nd. I'm sitting down with breakfast and hopefully a slightly more exciting day today. I mean, the first day, actually vlog something rather than making it chatmas. I mean, why have I decided to eat breakfast on camera? Especially when it's beans. Because I feel like I'm going to spill it all over myself. And I definitely don't want to do that. So what's on the agenda for today? I'm just going to put this to the side and talk to you first because it's getting windy. I still have my Snoopy mug. I love a seasonal coffee mug. Right, okay, so the plan for today, we are going to work. We are doing our job. We are going to Wellington. We are dropping off some tents at the National Shakespeare Company. No, the SGCNZ, so it's the Shakespeare Globe Centre New Zealand. So I'm dropping off some tents for the CEO. I do need to do some paperwork for them this morning. And then I'm going in, oh, then I'm already in Wellington. Then I'm getting on a plane and I'm going to Auckland and I'm checking into what looks like a swanky apartment. And then I'm going to Lewis Capaldi tonight. Now there's a couple of things about this all that has me a bit worried. Firstly, can I fly successfully? Because I wasn't allowed to fly earlier on, and I'm still having some sound disturbances and stuff like that, but I've got my noise cancelling headphones in my bag and I just have to manage that. Can I go to a concert? I mean, it's Lewis Capaldi. None of his songs are really loud. I mean, he's a loud chunky man who can belt a tune, and yeah. But anyway, way before I got concussion, my sister said, did I want to go to Lewis Capaldi with her? And I said, yeah, sure. And then there were questions about his health and whether or not he was going to make it to New Zealand, and then there were questions about my health and whether or not I was going to be able to get on a plane. So we're going to see. Anyway, I'm mentally prepared that if I have to leave the concert early, I will leave the concert early. Yeah, I don't want to, but I'm mentally prepared for it. And then I have a really early flight back tomorrow because tomorrow is Dave's birthday. And yeah, so this is where we're up to on my Advent knitting project. This is a top-down jumper. You're not having my breakfast, bro. You've had yours. So it's a top-down jumper, and I thought that my colour change was going to be like maybe 2 rows. It's more like 4, so I need to make sure that I use more yarn before picking up the next one. What I'm doing is alternate stitches as the colours change, and then this bit here goes like this somehow, and then it will become a v-neck, and then yeah. So the reason why I chose this particular pattern is I have made a jumper that's similar from this pattern designer before, and my biggest complaint with it is that I made a chunky one, and now they've released this one that's you can do in either sport weight or worsted weight. I'm doing it in DK, which is making it kind of like a slightly looser, what I'm hoping is an easier to wear garment. And if I do end up having to do what I did on the last one, was pick up around the neck edges and knit on a band, cool, I'm down for it. I'm down for an I-cord edging. We'll see how we go. So far, colour 1, a little bit too flesh for my liking. Blends a little. Colour 2, it's a pinky flesh, so I think it's going to be okay. And we'll see how we go. Anyway, I'm going to eat some breakfast because the wind is getting up, which is just going to make it annoying for you. And then hopefully I will have some footage of some city and some airport and some flying and some other city and some concert. And I've packed 2 knitting projects, and at some point I'll show you my tiny what should be okay for travel scissors, because I did double check all of the prohibited items again this morning to make sure that I wasn't taking anything that I wasn't allowed to take. I mean, my sock knitting needles might be too sharp, we'll see what they say, but I'm fine with leaving them at the security desk and picking them up in the morning. It's not the end of the world if I don't take my socks with me. I've still got this and I can always buy yarn. I wonder if you can Uber yarn. Okay, this is what happens when we go to a large city, as I start thinking about the fact that I really want Uber Eats, and do I want Greek or Mexican? I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Greek. I was leaning towards Mexican, but then I kept looking at everything, realising that I don't think I can eat corn anymore. Yeah, I know. So I figure it's just best to stay away from Mexican. Away! I know, I'm not happy about it either. I wonder if it's the plasterer arriving and that's why he's having a bark. We'll see. Anyway, I'll have breakfast. Oh, it turns out I taught the plasterer about 23 years ago, so that's exciting. Anyway, I'll finish breakfast, go to work, and hopefully show you something of my day other than going, oh, I forgot to vlog everything. Right, let's go. Okay, I'm at the airport. This is where it's crazy. I have labelled a puppet in my car because I feel like it's weird, right? Yeah.
Cover your face, then you'll look sexy.
Taven, you're in the way.
Oh my god. Two fucking grandmas trying to pose.
What are you trying? We're succeeding.
Inner parts of how that can make it difficult for people around us sometimes when things aren't so good. But I love this song, and this song, this song feels like I can't keep it up without you, oh yeah, I want you, I want you.
There's just no way of charging.
Alright, so concert was amazing. However, I did bail on the concert about halfway through. So I heard some new stuff, I heard a couple of oldies, and then I thought, okay, my watch has done the loud noise environment thing a couple of times. It's time to go. And then I tried to have a conversation with the security guy, and that was hard work, so I thought I will just go. I will have a relaxing wee spa for a few minutes, and then I will have a sleep, because my flight home in the morning is at 7, which means the shuttle is picking me up at 5, which means I have to be up at like 4:30. I don't need to have breakfast because I can do that at the airport, but yeah, it's just suddenly feels like a whole lot of stuff to do at once. So that's that. There we go, day 2, Lewis Capaldi. What a legend. That man can really sing. Like, he's incredible. So glad I went. And I've got the shirt. I bought the shirt for my nephew, I bought the shirt for my niece, and I bought my sister the bag. There's probably some more of the story that I'll tell later on, but all in all, it was a good day. It was a good evening. I sat next to the Minister of Education on the plane, so I didn't really get any shots of the city. We'll see if we get some better ones on the reverse journey in the morning. Yeah. All right, catch you tomorrow.